Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. It is September 5th, 2018, and happy Wednesday. Let's begin. First up, Democrat governor candidates spare on tax policies version for state. Let's take a listen to the video.
The Democrats introduced themselves as the one who understands the job ahead.
I am well aware of the struggles of working families because I know them. That's who I am.
I'm the one candidate who understands that the world is on fire and that this is the moment where we define the future of our party, of our state.
Molly Kelly and Steve Marchand agreed on several goals: a $15 state minimum wage, paid family medical leave, and pushing for gun control laws.
Today, I have 7 grandchildren and I worry every day. I will not wait as governor for a tragedy to happen in this state.
While a lot of folks that are Second Amendment warriors will talk about how these things may impede their freedoms, I want to know why my girls who are in 8th and 10th grade are not seen as having their freedoms impeded when they have to do drills.
Steve Marchand, the son of immigrants from Quebec, favors making New Hampshire a sanctuary state.
If we had that spirit in the 1960s and 70s, I literally would not be here today because my parents would not be here today.
Molly Kelly is against using state resources.
New Hampshire law enforcement should not be doing the job of our immigration forces, and as governor, I will not allow it.
The candidates took on a lightning round of questions.
Do you think the state should rename Columbus Day Indigenous Peoples Day?
Yes.
I would agree.
Should the state mandate that every public building have a gender-neutral bathroom?
Yes.
Yes,
Would you sign a bill into law that allows sports betting in New Hampshire?
I would.
So I'd want to evaluate that before I'd make a definitive decision.
And at the round table during the debate, they shared ideas on how to combat the opioid epidemic.
Getting away from thinking of it as primarily a law enforcement issue and thinking of it as a healthcare issue.
If this was some other illness and was having an effect on every family in the state, we would have everyone at the table.
And the candidates also took a few swings at sitting Governor Sununu, who's running unopposed, from his fight to move stickers on deli bags at the grocery store to move the start of the school year. That will likely increase when one Democrat is left standing 1 week from tonight, Adam.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And if you watched last night's debate, we want to hear from you. Let us know what you thought about it. Comment below and let us know. Complete 2018 Massachusetts primary election results. Let's take a look. For governor, under Republican, Charlie Baker won. And, sorry about that, a close tie, 64% and 65% for governor for Democrat Jay. A look at U.S. Senate Republican. And a look at U.S. Democrat Republican. Democrat. And Secretary of State for Republican. And Secretary of State for Democrat. U.S. House District Democrat 1 and U.S. House District 2 Republican, U.S. House District Democrat, U.S. House District 3 Republican, U.S. House District Democrat. U.S. House District 4, Democrat. U.S. House District 5, Republican. U.S. House District 5, Democrat. U.S. House District 6, Republican. And U.S. House District 6, Democrat. U.S. House District 7, Democrat. U.S. District 8, Democrat. U.S. House District 9, Republican and Democrat. Attorney General, Democrat. Attorney General, Republican. Treasury, Republican and Democrat. Auditor, Democrat. Lieutenant Governor, Republican and Democrat. District Attorney, Democrat, and for Suffolk, District Attorney for Burkish, Democrat. District Attorney for North Middlesex, Democrat. And if you want to see that complete list, we will share it with the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. Portland School Board to study multiple schools in effort to cut costs. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Introducing Spectrum Mobile, the best network, the best devices, the best value. Get it now with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with unlimited talk and text and no contracts. Click to learn more.
Tonight, those members of the school board had a chance to learn more about a plan that would shape the blueprint for Portland school systems in the years to come, and also hear from some parents of students here in the district. Now, what's going on is what the superintendent is proposing a major look at the schools in the system, including those on the island, in ways to reduce costs. And those could include proposing school closures or redistricting. But again, that did not happen tonight. This was just merely a discussion about the plan and hearing from those in the public. Now, all of this discussion does come after voters approved a 4-school bond last November to renovate several elementary schools here in Portland for a collective $64.3 million. Now, here's how one mother of students at one of those schools feels about even the possibility of her children's schools closing.
We went from being one of the 2 schools out of 4 to be fixed to the bottom of the list. And so obviously that's a huge effect on our life and our community, that now we're going to be last because we might be closed. So it's like a double threat.
So again, there was no major decisions made in terms of what would happen to any particular school or even a policy within the school district itself. Just a proposal for this to be voted on later on this month on September 25th as to whether or not the school board is going to approve that study. The study results, if passed, will be done by January. In Portland, I'm Mary Kate Mannion, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And let's take a look at the European market and see how the European market is doing. European markets lower aimed heightened trade tension. Shares buyer fell 3%. European stocks were lower Wednesday morning as renewed concern over international trade conflicts hampered investors appropriate for riskier assets. And here is a look at the European stocks right now, as you can see right here. Tropical storm Gordon makes landfall in Mississippi. One death reported from storm. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Welcome, guys. Hi. You are going to love the neighborhood. It's totally wired for Fios.
Is that a good thing?
Good. Fiber optics can move crazy amounts of data at even crazier speeds, and Fios is a 100% fiber optic network, so you can stream, game, and watch 4K shows all at once.
It's right about that.
See, we are going to have so much fun here.
100% fiber optic network. 100% phenomenal. Get the fastest speeds available for the best price with the Fios Gigabit connection.
The Gulf Coast is bracing for its first major storm of the season.
Now is the time to pay attention. We do not give idle threats.
And Gordon is gaining steam. It's expected to make landfall along the Mississippi coastline as a Category 1 hurricane.
Make your plan. Make sure your family knows what it is.
Residents from Louisiana to Alabama are getting ready, prepping against heavy rains, coastal flooding, and high winds, anticipated to be up to 75 miles per hour. The storm has already drenched South Florida. Police were urging drivers there to stay off the flooded roads.
The roads are really flooded, so you have to drive super slow.
Now, Mississippi and Louisiana have declared states of emergency ahead of the storm.
Our absolute number one priority is public safety.
They know what these storms can bring. Just last year, Mississippi was dealing with Hurricane Nate and its 85-mile-per-hour winds and 30-foot waves. That storm flooded Biloxi casinos.
The storm surge has completely engulfed the first floor here.
Now, they're getting ready for another direct hit.
Last year, this entire area where we're standing was underwater, and people here tell us they expect the very same thing to happen with this storm. And that's because, again, the main concerns with Gordon are that heavy rain and flooding, both here along the coast and further inland. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.